Hi, welcome to I'm Just Here. I'm your host, Reese Baker. I'm back, y'all, with this episode called HBCU Experience with Kai.
Hello. Hey, y'all.
This is her first time being on the podcast.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes. So, my first question is to you. What is your favorite thing that you appreciate about going to the HBCU?
To answer your question, I love our HBCU. The community here, makes you feel like you're at home. No matter where you go, whether it's a cafeteria, a classroom, walking past, people are smiling or they're waving or they're looking at you, and you don't feel like you're alone even when you are alone, if that makes sense. I could walk by myself late somewhere or in the middle of the day without anybody with me, with just my earphones on. And somebody would say something like, your hair is cute or your shoes are cute. And I'll return the compliment, And you don't get that everywhere, A lot of times when you're at diverse schools, some people are kind of scared to talk to the other race or person in general, whether it's, same race or not. People are kind of just scared. But at HBCUs, they open up, they open up the floor for you to be a community.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that. I like how they spread that. I like how they want us to feel at home, and I like how people execute that. And yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things.
I'll also piggyback and say, with the community statement, it's like you can always talk to somebody that kind of understands your struggle versus going to PWI. No shade to PWIs, but just somebody that you don't feel like an outsider in. It's more so you're at a place where you're at a home setting, I guess.
Yeah, you're accepted.
You're accepted.
No matter who you are.
Yeah.
The energy here is definitely unmatched.
Yeah.
So.
Nextly, any tips for freshmen? Because we're sophomores now.
No, girl, we growing up.
Yeah.
For all of the incoming freshmen or freshmen now, my advice would definitely be to embrace every opportunity that comes your way.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have told me that. College is not, just about academics. It's more so a chance to explore, a campus, a new setting, new people, make friends that you probably wouldn't have made friends with at home, because you see everybody knows each other. You get a chance to really come out here and meet a whole new grade of people, a new type of people.
Mm-hmm.
You can meet friends from different cities and be like, oh my gosh, I never met anybody like you.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, is to come out here and focus on growing as an individual. Don't just say, okay, well, I'm just away from home now, so I'm gonna do what I wanted to do at home that I couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the same, have some freedom. Get your freedom, I would say, but make wise decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the main things that I will say is to get involved in clubs and events, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And I say that strongly because I was out a lot in high school. Guys, Reese and I actually talked about this before the podcast. So, yeah, but I was out a lot in high school, and I was either coming home late, or I was always the topic of discussion, or everyone knew me. And sometimes that can get hectic or messy, or it can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing. And not negative as if I was doing something, but negative as if people's opinions start to, on you as a person, because they're always seeing you, they start to form an opinion. And some people's opinions aren't always the way you want to be
viewed.
Right, viewed. That's perfect. And so it kind of made me go in a shell, because from a young kid, I was always out. And I was in plays or whatever. And so I came to college, and I wanted to sit. I was like, okay, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to slack off. I'm going to continue to get my work done. I'm going to focus on academics rather than popularity. And so I took that literally, not just going out to parties. I didn't attend club interest meetings or really make too many friends, because with drama, with being popular or whatever, people start to think you feel certain ways about yourself that you never even imagined. Honestly, I don't want to call myself insecure, but I'm not what I'm viewed as.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
At all. I'm viewed, I don't know how I'm viewed, but I know that the ways that I'm viewed from what I've heard before is nowhere close to who I am.
Right.
Or how I am.
Yeah.
I'm pretty laid back and I'm pretty chill. I like to put on clothes and take pictures. But that's only what people see.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to keep... I'm sorry, I'm going to wrap this question up.
I think this is definitely good, because I think a lot of people, especially like with younger generations coming in, they just so heavy on social media that it takes part into the reality of what life is.
I'm going to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Not even just social media. So heavy on pretending.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue with popularity and people is that I was pretending. I am not this bubbly person. I have a big personality. I laugh a lot. But I could sit and be quiet for 4 hours, and that's when it's like, Kai, what's wrong? You're not like that. Well, I had a mask because I had things going on, And so now that I got to college, I was able to actually focus on me and not focus on an image that I was trying to portray. And I feel like I should have done that differently. I wish I would have gotten out there and recreated myself rather than, deconstructing and just sitting and not doing anything.
Yeah.
You might have seen my name on something once or twice, but you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And that's just that. So,
I would say that too. Like, I feel like last semester I kind of like spent my times getting my academic self.
Yeah.
And, making the dean's list and all that. All that stuff is good, but it's like, that's why I kind of like started this podcast, because it's something that I really like passionate about and like I love doing. So I created it as a hobby and something that I do and enjoy versus just going to class, going to school. And
it helps you expand. Like, you get to meet more people by your channel and what you do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not only Reese, you're Reese who has a podcast as well. You're Reese who are helping other people grow in the way that you're growing by meeting other people and expanding from your podcast as a person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because not only is their voice being heard, yours is too. You get to, it's almost like you're the guest on your podcast every day as well. Because your opinion is being highlighted just as much as the guest's opinion is. And so it almost like you stand out for sure.
Thanks, man.
And so, yeah. No, you do, because this is amazing. And people don't have the courage to really do stuff like this. They're like, oh, I want to start a podcast. Oh, this is cool. But do you do it? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, I have campaign week going on because I'm running for an office at Southern University for the sophomore class. And I couldn't all the way get to Southern right now because I have so much going on with the campaign. Y'all, Reese is so dedicated, y'all. She walked the hump. I stayed at the apartments over the hump at Southern. And y'all, she walked, y'all. I'm not letting her walk back. I'm letting y'all know that now. Had I known, she wouldn't have walked. But that made my day because I haven't felt important in a while, and this kind of made me feel important because someone from Houston, from my city, Houston standing up, y'all.
Pretty much.
You know, she walked and to help me spread my voice on how I feel about the wonderful questions that she's come up with regarding the HBCU that we attend, and you know, for us to network and link up and meet and talk. I mean, we've met, but you know, yeah, like this was needed. This was needed. This is the link up I enjoy. I like this girl.
Okay, my third question is also: is there any advice that you would give your younger freshman self?
Of course. Okay. Looking back, I tell my younger self to have confidence in my abilities and not to stress over small things. Simply because if I messed up in class on an assignment or something, because I trained on how to be smart my whole life while managing other things, I would feel like the world is ending. Because now I'm in college and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in a new chapter of my life and I'm messing up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that really took a toll on me because I couldn't go to my mom's room and cry.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't, I couldn't do that anymore. And I also knew that they're going to contact me.
Mm-hmm.
They're not calling home anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
You're over this age or whatever. You're in college now, no matter what age you are. You are classified as a college adult.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh my God, the stakes are high now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say not to stress over small things. Literally, it is okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is okay to mess up. They know that you're not perfect. My goal was always to try to be perfect, and that I'm not. I'm not God. So yeah. It's also okay to ask for help when needed. And failures, are a part of the learning process. You're not gonna always get everything right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna always know the answer.
Yeah.
So it's okay to, even in class, you don't always even have to wait to the end to talk to the teacher by yourself. Sometimes there are other people. You need to. I'd say for freshman Kai to use her voice to help others in class as well,
Mm-hmm.
because I have questions that they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That some people are scared to ask.
Right.
That I might have not been scared to ask. I just felt like I was talking too much or I was being annoying. Stop feeling like you're being annoying by asking for help.
Yeah.
Freshman Kai and freshmen, incoming. And of course, as I said earlier, I wish I would have gotten involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have been helping make change already as a freshman going to sophomore year. But now, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. So, yeah.
I would tell myself, don't be scared, I guess, to... Because I feel like I view myself as, like, a very quiet, reserved person.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I would have definitely started my podcast way earlier.
Yeah.
Versus starting it in, like, spring semester.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when I started kind of doing it more.
Yeah.
But I also, like, feel like it took that bravery and courage to start it. So now that I have that platform, I definitely would just said I would just want to start it earlier as soon as possible.
Right.
To make sure, I could talk more about certain topics earlier versus talking about them later. Because, as you said, the change starts now. Right? So if I would have done more knowing what I know now, I would have, definitely had a different way.
But I think God has a certain plan for you, and I think that the process that you've taken has helped you now, because I feel like you're about to blow up real soon. Like, no,
I received that.
No, seriously.
I received
because
that.
The reason I say that is because I feel like you had to. I feel like you could have, but I don't think it would have been beneficial to just start the podcast right away freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I think you needed to sit and fully learn yourself, and I don't know. We weren't around each other, but I feel like from the energy I'm picking up, this is what's coming to me. Sometimes I allow God to speak through me. But I do feel as if you needed your solidarity. You needed to learn to learn what direction to go in. I think you've definitely found it. And girl, God got some blessings coming your way. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel and what I know. So, hey.
Thanks, Kaya.
Of course.
Fourthly, how can our HBCU be better? Honest opinion.
Yeah.
See, I always ask people
Let me eat my
this,
chips.
and that's such a broad
It is.
question.
A bold question.
And a bold question. But I'm all about boldness.
Mm-hmm.
These couple episodes, I'm gonna say what I want to say
As you
versus
should.
sugarcoating it.
Yep.
But how can our HBCU do better? I feel like one thing that I will say for our school is the faculty taking accountability is my biggest issue.
Yep.
It's because oftentimes students like myself that are very nice and caring and things like that, we try to have, like, I'll say for me, I try to be as nice and, you know, caring as possible to all the people that are on this great campus. But it's like, when y'all start treating me as if I'm the ones that give y'all attitude, that's where I have a problem with. It's because I'm not trying to be rude to you. I'm just asking you a question to see how best you can help me.
Right, because that's what a teacher is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to know their jobs. Especially if you're going to be working with growing teens. I agree. Yeah, my chips so good. But in my honest opinion, there are many things that Southern could change. You know, to better, I guess, the school. Yeah. I think our school could benefit from more interactive and engaging learning experiences. Like, we have a great, you know, academic program when they want to have one. But incorporating more hands-on projects and real-world applications rather than the stuff that they just have on a curriculum, I feel like it would make
learning more fun.
Not even just more fun, more beneficial.
Yeah.
People pick and choose when they want to go to class because they don't feel like they're learning anything that'll really help them. I feel like if they would make it fully known, stated, and visually, like, seen that we are going to grow from this, what we're learning. We are going to be better from this, what we're learning. You know, it'll help. There are some core classes that people really will never, ever need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're required.
Yeah, that's true.
But then you get flunked when you need help because they tell you you're supposed to know it. Or you're supposed to already know this because this is just a core class to get you to the next one. But there are some people who didn't get it in high school who want you now because we actually pay now. There's some people that didn't pay in high school. But now we're paying.
Exactly.
Paying. Money. Everybody's not getting financial aid.
Yeah.
I'm a person who does not get financial aid. I hate that. Because I can't mess up. I almost said the F word. I can't F off at all. Because this is straight out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And some loans that have to go right back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, help me so that I don't have these situations. Don't give me BS to get me by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get you by, really.
Yeah. To get you paid.
There you go. That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
And so, that's one thing. Another thing I'll say to make it even better is that Southern could hire more staff who are ready to complete the tasks that our students need in timely manners. The reason I say that, or what I mean by that, is I feel as if our school accepts more students than they have staff for.
Yeah.
And they have a record, Southern probably has one of the biggest records of having things backed up when it comes to documentations for students, class schedules, more resources to reach the kids to know how to get more involved, and etc. Like, I was on the side chat app the other day. You know what side chat is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, and I saw how one of the freshmen said, it's not fair how people are just saying they want to run for this position and that position. Somebody even said Mr. Freshman, which means they had no clue what, you know, really, what it really is, because there is no Mr. Freshman. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it's only, like, some people don't have social media. Some people's parents didn't let them have social media before they got to school, so there needs to be other ways to broadcast, you know. I feel like there needs to be staff for certain things, to outreach to the kids, you know, and say, hey, you know, one organization fair is not enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there needs to be emails or a text bot or something, because although people get irritated with text bots, they open them.
Yeah, that's true.
They have to choose to put stop. They have to read it and say, oh, I'm interested in this. Oh, this is a group I really want to join.
Yeah.
Everybody can, and then there's diseases going around like COVID or viruses, everybody couldn't make certain events they hosted one time and done. That's not cool, you know, because then it's like, dang, mom paid all this money for me to go, and if I didn't catch the Instagram post, I just
would have known.
Right. They need speakers, stuff, like help the kids know, you know what I mean?
Be informed.
Yeah. we want to be a community. We want to be involved, but we can't.
We don't do community things.
Right, exactly. The most communities getting together for a game.
That's true.
And that's not cool. And so, hey, I mean, I do believe that they do have a lot of community events. You know, we have homecoming stuff, we got Res Life stuff. Don't get me wrong, but there are commuters. There are people who don't live. I mean, that's a community. They don't live on campus. There are people who maybe were asleep and missed the announcement they made, or they need more.
Yeah.
Because we could be a better community school, or better than we already are, rather, if more
was there.
Yeah, if they have more in place for us to
grow.
Right, thank you. Because sometimes I get tongue-tied. But yeah, I think they need to definitely get more staff.
Yeah.
Because more staff would help way more. You know, parents are calling, getting mad, taking their kids out. Because they can't reach the people they need to reach. But then you send these emails over and over again about payment. But who can pay if they can't get in contact?
Yeah. Or if they're on hold.
Right. And then get hung up on.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe even if they have more virtual workers that know how to help, answer the phone and help.
Yeah.
Don't just answer the phone and say, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's too many I don't knows.
Yeah.
And we don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what do you say to those students that feel overwhelmed or stressed about college?
I'm overwhelmed and stressed about college. Honestly. But I guess I'd really say to remember that no matter what, you're not really alone.
Yeah.
While there are some rotten apples, there aren't much more than there are. There are less than there are more.
Yeah.
There are people, you might not even be a mass comm major, but you can go in the mass comm building and find a teacher who will help you and direct you more than some people in higher offices than the teachers will. You know, sometimes don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah.
When you're stressed. Because some people say, oh, I have to be closed off because I can only battle this alone. I can only be stressed by myself. Nobody else is in my class. Not true. It's at least 10 other people in your class. Way more than 10, but at least 10. If you're stressed out, you know, observe. Find people who maybe share your interests or something. People are themselves regardless, whether they're pretending or not, even their pretending self. If you learn them, you meet them, network in class. You don't have to be alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to be stressed by yourself.
Yeah.
Because that would drive you crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So I will literally say, reach out to friends, mentors, whatever when you need support, and don't underestimate the power of laughter and taking breaks to de-stress. I promise you it works wonders. Sometimes I'm sad or I'm stressed out, and I don't care how old I am. I'm gonna make some silly faces in the mirror, and I'm gonna try to make myself laugh, and I'm going to giggle and start praying and writing out what's wrong. Straight like that. It's like, what I have to ask myself, Kyle, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Why are you stressed? Because it's not the end of the world. I think telling myself it's the simple words that it's not the end of the world, it will get better. Even if it doesn't seem like it will at the time, that helps me. Because to me, that's a form of positive speaking. Well, it is positive speaking, but the reason I said it's a form of positive speaking is because positive speaking leads to manifestation. And you don't even have to say, I manifest this. You can say, I will win. I will get up and do this. I will. And you sleep on it and you don't realize you're just doing what you said you're going to do last night and you didn't even know.
Yeah.
You kind of just... one night I said, I like cooking, but I don't like the process. But I love cooking. I don't know. It's crazy. One day I said, I'm going to wake up and make breakfast. That's simple. I woke up and said, I don't feel like it. I don't know where I got up. I started making breakfast. I was like, oh, shoot. I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I realized, I said that I will do this last night. Something about the word will.
Yeah.
Will, to me, will always trump wish. I don't wish no more.
You will.
I say what I will do.
Period.
And so, I feel like that's what helps me out when I'm stressed out.
Yeah. I would also say, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like when you're at HBCU, students help more than teachers do.
Most definitely.
So, group me's is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Text messages in class is your best friend. Just in general, if you are not there, you will have that group me and that support. They can tell you, oh, yes, we did this for this assignment. Do you need help? Or,
if you really lucky, you have somebody to put your name on it.
Yeah. So just like what Kai was saying, just knowing that you're not alone, and also that you have people that can help you and support you through those tough times and those rough times. I would say is the biggest thing.
Right.
That's what kind of helps me. And always remembering, like, where your home is, I guess. Because we're out-of-state students.
Yeah.
So we don't have our families in the flesh.
Right.
But we do have that support system back home.
Yeah.
So also checking in with, like, your family on a daily basis, your moms, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, the
people that were there for you way before you got to school.
Yeah. That
you can't come here and give up on your village.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand for sure.
I think my last question is, how did you personally push through those stressful times?
I'd say during my tough times, I kind of always remind myself that challenges are opportunities for growth. Something I always tell myself and my peers or friends or whoever kind of reaches out to me for me to be in their life and give them advice. I like giving advice, whether I'm having a breakdown or what. I feel like that helps me when I'm helping someone else. And so I tell myself all the time that God only puts his toughest warriors and toughest soldiers through tough situations because he knows that they can overcome it. I feel as if I did not suffer, or whether it's mental, physical, emotional, whatever, I'm nothing. Because God can't even put me through the test. You know what I mean? He can't even put me through the test so I can, pop out of it. So dang, like, why is my life shouldn't be perfect, I should have times where I'm stressing and feeling like, not there, but feeling like I'm at rock bottom. Because I know that God knows that he can use me. And so I also feel like, staying motivated by setting clear goals and maintaining a positive mindset while leaning on my support network, it helps. Because, like you said, we have home. Whether it's on the phone or it's physical. When I'm down, I know I can call. I can call my people. I can call my family. I can call my bloodline. And get motivation from people who I know have my best interests at heart. People I can cry, snot, whatever to, and be able to just jump back because I had a village to lean on. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, laughter. And like that's really my honest friend. It's really helped me stay resilient through through everything. And I'm a writer. I write down my prayers. I write down how I feel. And I feel as if that is one of the most instant helpers to me. Prayers got me through my best and worst days. And without that voice or action just leading me, I'd be done for.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Yeah.
I feel like the days that I'm down and I just get happy out of nowhere, it's because I had God. And that's me.
Yeah.
That's real. Yeah.
Well, that concludes for my last question. Thank you, Kai, for being
you.
part of I'm Just Here. This was an amazing podcast.
I enjoyed myself. No, I really did, because I don't talk more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't talk anymore. Where you actually get to know me and hear me and actually understand where I'm coming from. I kind of just let stuff slide, or I let my opinion stay in my head. And I think we're two people who are more than that. Yeah. We have voices that need to be heard.
Yeah,
and so,
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for coming, and remember guys, stay blessed, no stress, and always be here. I'm your host, Muse Baker, and I'm out. Thank you.